Didn't learn this life, I bled it in, from broken men with bourbon skin. No preacher's words could ever tame this fire running through my name. My wife cried, but I still roll, chasing ghosts down every road. They say the law was born to bind, but it don't fit a heart like mine. I was forged in dust and spit and mud. I ain't no saint, I have outlaw blood. Don't need a reason, don't need a cause, just boots and breath and breaking laws. Born wild, untamed, misunderstood. No rope can hold what's in outlaw blood. I don't flinch and I don't crawl. I've stared down death and watched men fall. There's no redemption where I ride, only truth I'll never hide. I was forged in dust and spit and mud. I ain't no saint, I have outlaw blood. Don't need a reason, don't need a cause, just boots and breath and breaking laws. Born wild, untamed, misunderstood. No rope can hold what's in outlaw blood. You can brand me, curse me, call me wrong, but I've been fine my whole life long. And when I fall, when I hit the ground hard, I just stand up and make a new start. I was forged in dust and spit and mud. Ain't no regret in outlaw blood. The law don't own what runs in me. I ride with pride, I ride free. Born wild, untamed, misunderstood. You don't outrun what's in outlaw blood. There's a road that don't put on maps, where shadows stretch and silence claps. It ain't made of stone, it ain't made of clay. It's built from every soul you betray. I walked it first when I was young, no clue what's right, just a loaded gun. A preacher won, but I just laughed, didn't know I'd never come back. One step in and the sun don't rise, the wind speaks low and the mirror lies. Welcome to Devil's Alley, boy, with a voice in your head that calls you Lord. No north, no south, no black or white, just the things you've done and the things you might. It don't take much to lose your way, just one wrong step and you'll have to stay. I've seen men walking with a plan and crawl out ghosts with shaking hands. But I roasted and wake with ash inside your bed. Your soul ain't sold, it just gets worn like cheap boots in desert stores.
I bled for gold, I killed for pride, buried friends on a mountainside. Preacher said there's light ahead, but all I see is black and red. I rode through towns that burned like hell, left my name where the silence fell, and every face I can't forget screams louder when the sun has set. There's no salvation for the wicked, no cross to kiss, no soul to save, just a six-gun sermon and a shallow grave. The Lord won't ride these roads I've ridden, no light for those who won't repent, only fire where mercy's spent. They called me outlaw, called me snake, the kind you hang or drown in a lake. But I was born where the mercy ends, taught to shoot before I made a friend. The bottle broke, the blood ran warm, I wore the devil's coat in every storm. And when I die, don't waste no hymn, I'd rather ride with ghosts than him. There's no salvation for the wicked, no book to read, no sins to cleanse, just broken oaths and bitter ends. I prayed once just to hear the silence, now I ride with the dead unpaid, through dust and smoke and old crusades. Let the buzzards pick my final rest, a crooked spine and a bullet vest. Tell my story in whispers low, where even shadows fear to go. And if my name still haunts the hills, let it ride with the evening chills. I was born to fall, not be forgiven, one last breath and hell's wind driven. There's no salvation for the wicked, no tombstone clean, no saint to cry, just a gun, a grin, and a bloodstained sky. The Lord don't wait where I've been hiding, so light that match and let it burn. I'll take the fire I've come to earn. The sand is warm beneath my back, my blood runs dry, the sky turns black. I hear the wings before the sound, they circle slow, so close to ground.
know. No badge, no friend, no final show. The sun burns holes into my skin, like it's trying to drag the devil in. Where the buzzards circle, that's where I lay. Too far gone to ride, too cursed to pray. No mercy left in this desert land, just bones and silence and a trembling hand. Behind closed eyes, she begged me once to change my life. But guns don't sleep and gold don't wait. Now it's me and fate beneath this weight. Where the buzzards circle, that's where I lay. Too far gone to ride, too cursed to pray. No mercy left in this desert land, just bones and silence and a trembling hand. On every sin, left trails of smoke, of blood and gin. If hell's ahead, I won't resist. I've long since passed the line I missed. Where the buzzards circle, I make my bed. No stone, just a trembling hand. It passed through hands like cards in smoke, from drifter's grit to sheriff's cloak. Each man who held it swore it true, but blood runs cold when steel runs through. It never rusts, it never jams. It's kissed by fire and cursed by hands. No matter who pulls back the slide, the gun decides who stays, who dies. The gun belongs to no one friend. Until the end. It whispers names you've never known and carves its truth in lead and bone. So hold it tight and count your breath, but know it only answers death. Preacher held it once
dancing fright, shot through the dark to steal the light. A boy found it beneath the tree. By dawn, he wasn't 17. It's been in hands both weak and strong. It never stays with one too long. And when it's done, it moves along through dying grips and dust-worn bone. The gun belongs to no one, son. It never weeps, it never runs. It don't remember, don't forgive. It don't care why you fight to live. So load it up and point it fast, but pray you never fire last. It ain't a tool, it ain't set free. It's hunger shaped in iron and flame, but leaves you less than when it came. And if it finds your hand tonight, you better shoot or lose the fight. But remember, the gun belongs to no one. It don't care why you fight tonight. There's a road down past the cypress trees where the mud pulls slow and the air don't breathe. They say a man went missing there, left nothing but boots and a blood-soaked prayer. Old Miss Laveau wants with one glass eye. Don't chase what whispers when the moon walks high. But I had sins that weighed like chains, so I followed the fog and I welcomed the pain. There are whispers in the swamp and they know my name, speaking tongues of guilt, regret and flame. Every lie I told, every man I dropped comes crawling back when the night don't stop. You can run from the noose or the sheriff's law, but not from the voice in that southern drawl. Saw a face in the water, pale and thin, looked just like mine, but wore a grin. He said, yeah, you made me, now you drown with me. This here swamp's where devils flee. The trees bend low like they mourn my trail. The wind sang hymns from a coffin rail. I dropped my gun, but it stayed in hand, like it knew what the swamp had planned. There are whispers in the swamp, low and sweet, like a mother's curse beneath your feet. They call to the guilty, the cruel, the proud, and drag them down without a sound. You can beg to God or drink till you're blind, but the bayou don't leave no soul behind. Now I sleep with the gators, bones turn black, got a moss-bound tomb and no way back. But But every night when the mist rolls wide, I hum that tune from the other side. So if you ride down south where the shadows breathe, bring no guilt and never grieve, 'cause the swamp don't judge, it don't forgive, it just remembers who tried to live. There are whispers in the swamp and they hum my tune under dripping trees and a hanging moon. If you hear them too, best turn around, or the swamp will pull you underground. The land don't care what you did or said, it just wants to keep you dead. The door creak wide on rusted steel, moonlight cut through like a blade so real. I staggered in with blood on my coat, a flask in my hand and death in my throat. The pews were cracked, the altar bare, no candles left, just vacant stairs. A shattered cross hung off one nail, like even Jesus packed in bail. And I laughed like thunder, then I cried like rain. Said, Lord, if you're listening, you're late again. Drunk in the church of sinners, Lord, I fell to my knees with a bottle full of questions and no one left to please. My hands ain't clean, but they still shake. A prayer soaked in bourbon's all I can make. Dust danced in the moonbeam haze, like ghosts of men I'd sent to graves. Each bench a name, each board a face. I preached to silence, I confessed to space. I said her name just once, then twice. The echo heard more than the vice. I tore my hat off, punched the floor, swore I'd never ride no more. But the wind outside just called my bluff, said you ain't broken, you're just rough. Drunk in the church of sinners, where the angels won't sing, with whiskey for water and my soul's too stained for holy ground, but still I prayed without a sound. Maybe God don't haunt these halls, maybe He don't hear it all. But if He does, and He still might, He'll find me here in shattered light. Sunlight crawled in slow and red, like judgment's hand above my head. I stood alone, my shadow long. No salvation, but I moved on. Drunk in the church of sinners, I left what I could. shame.
There was a time when the wind wrote the law, where the mountain stood silent and the outlaw stood tall. No fences, no judges, just 6 shooters and sand. But the rails brought the law to the heart of the land. Now the streets are swept and the church bells ring. They painted the saloon and they jailed the king. Men tip their hats and they stand in line, while the fire in their chest turns to ash and shame. Oh, the land's getting tame, brick by brick, and the lawman's coming in with his gallows slick. Where wild hearts once roamed, there's a banker's command, and there's no room for ghosts in the civilized land. They paved the dust where I buried my sins, turned my old campfire into polished ends. Said I gotta pay for the life that I chose, while their neckties tighten like a hangman's noose. Yeah, the land's getting tame, name by name, and the ones like me, well, we shoulder the blame. They're cutting down legends for profit and plan, just weeds in the path of the civilized man. You can chase me out of the canyon and scrub, you can paint over blood, you can clean off the grub, but there's truth in the dirt and pride in the dust that no court decree can ever adjust. Now the stars fade out neath electric lights, and the soul of the West disappears into nights. You can tame the wild, you can draw your own line, but the land still remembers, and so do I. Six strings and a demon smile, I play the devil's tune in style. Each note I strum, each word I cry, draws his grin a little wide. So my soul in open chords, now I bleed in minor thirds. Six strings and a demon smile, he's been waiting all the while. Ooh. Got the guitar from a man half dead, eyes like coals and a voice like lead. He said, play it true and play it loud, but never play it for a crowd. I took it home beneath the moon and strummed a haunted outlaw tune. The fire cracked, the shadows danced, and I swear I saw that demon glance
Every time I touch the strings, I feel the burn that silence brings. 6 strings and a demon smile. I play the devil's tune in style. Each note I strum, each word I cry, draws his grin a little wide. Sold my soul in open chords, now I bleed in minor thirds. 6 strings and a demon smile. He's been waiting all the while. I tried to quit to break the spell, but every road just led to hell. The strings would hum inside their case like they missed his crooked face. I played in towns both near and far, left broken hearts and empty bars. They cheered and drank, they sang along, never knowing what was wrong. Behind my chords a darker voice, and every verse the devil's choice. 6 strings and a demon smile. I play the devil's tune in style. Each note I strum, each word I cry, draws his grin a little wide. Sold my soul in open chords, now I bleed in minor thirds. 6 strings and a demon smile. He's been waiting all the while. He don't ask for blood or gold, he just waits until you're cold. And then he slides inside your song and rides your voice the whole night long. 6 strings and a demon smile. Still I play though it's been a while. The fire's low, the night is deep. I play for him, he plays for keeps. Can't go back, can't turn it down. This cursed guitar owns every sound. 6 strings and a demon smile. He's been waiting all the while. I rode through the valley with fire in my eyes. I left my kin and my past neath the blood-red skies. A 6-gun heart and a cold, cruel grin. But I had one soul, it had hooves and skin. Old thunder was faithful, wild and free. He chased the wind just like me. Never cared for love, never looked behind. Had no use for family ties that bind. But when the dust took my only friend in a hail of bullets at the canyon's bend, I cried like a child, I dropped to my knees, felt the weight of sorrow in that desert breeze. Now I hang up my gun, I won't ride again. Since I lost my horse, I lost my sin. The sheriff was bleeding, the town was ablaze. We danced with death in a smoky haze. I heard thunder scream, then he fell so still. His blood on the sagebrush, mine to spill. A man like me don't weep for much, but I buried him soft with a gentle touch, a grave dug deep for a heart so wide, and something in me broke inside. 'Cause when the dust took my only friend at the end of a trail I could not defend, I felt the end of the life I knew. All the wrong I'd done came crashing through. Now I walk the road of a gentler man. Since I lost my horse, I changed who I am. No more whiskey nights, no more fights, just a quiet farm and candlelight. And though I still dream of outlaw days, I tip my hat when I pass his grave. When the dust took my only friend, that wild-eyed stallion I could not defend, he showed me love, he showed me pain, and he led me back to the man I became. Now I honor him in the life I tend. Since I lost my horse, I found my end.
Done the work most men won't touch, rode with ghosts and demons and such. I've sung in lies, I've bled in towns, left broken laws and burning grounds. I dragged his name through desert sand, gave him fear with my own hand, and every sin he carved in stone I doubled down and called it home. So tell that bastard down below, it too. He whispered deals behind my back, but I made hell walk every track. No oath was sworn, no promise signed, just trails of fire I left behind. I broke his rules, I kissed his bride, I laughed when angels stepped aside. If fire's a wage, I've paid it long, now he owes me one redemption song. Smoke and watch him crawl. The one who's owed will take it all. The devil's got a ledger, and I filled every smoke and borrowed time. He ain't the only one keeping score, and I ain't burning down no more. I ain't begging for heaven, just calling what's due. The devil's in debt, and he knows it too. And he knows it too. The
devil's got a ledger, and I bled every line with scars and sins that still ain't mine. He ain't the king of hell no more. I'm the ghost behind that door. I ain't begging for mercy, just collecting what's due. The devil's in debt, and he knows it too. You don't need to hide down there. I'm coming for you.
I wrote for a man with a silver tongue. He preached like a prophet with fire in his lungs. Said, boy, raise hell and I'll raise your name. So I burned down the good for a shot at his fame. Every scar on my skin was a vow that I made to a devil in boots with a holy charade. Ooh, Lord, don't judge me for the path that I chose. I was blind in the dust, just following ghosts. Now I kneel in the ashes with blood on my hands. I was loyal to lies, too lost to understand. Lord, don't judge me now. Promised me gold, but I got chains. Told me sin was a virtue and grace was for the lame. I buried good men in the name of his cause, while he drank from the cup of his own twisted laws. I was just a dog running wild for the bone, but the leash led me far from the place I called home. Ooh, Lord, don't judge me for the blood that I spilled. I was doing his will, now I'm haunted and still. In the silence of night I can hear what I've done, like a prayer that's been lost or a man on the run. Lord, don't judge me now. See now the truth through the smoke and regret that I danced with the devil and called it a debt. If mercy still rides through this desolate land, then take me, oh Lord, I'll die like a man. For the years I betrayed, I was just a poor soul who was led far astray. If there's still a light past the valley of flame, then forgive what I was and remember my name. Lord, don't judge me now.
on my boots, not in my chest. Rode from the gallows, never found rest. Eyes in the dark, where the lantern don't glow, and voices behind me that whisper too low. Demons on my trail, riding close and slow. They don't carry chains, just the sins I know. I burned every bridge, left my soul for sale. Now I ride with the cursed down a damn trail. The stars don't shine for men like me, just cold reflections off a gallows tree. And the devil, he walks with a preacher's smile. Been riding with me now for a good long while. Demons on my trail, dressed in smoke and cold. They don't want my gold, just to ground my soul. They're singing the ponds and the voices wail like an old church hymn on a blood-washed trail. Slow and pale, they don't break the silence, they become the tale. There's no saving a man who forgot how to kneel, just boots in the dust and a cold last meal.
They say he never missed and he never ran, with eyes like ice and a killing hand. The streets grew quiet when he stepped out. One look, one shot, no room for doubt. Men would line up just to meet their end, but none could break the myth they tried to bend. No bullet could break him, no fire could burn. He stood like a ghost at every turn. But fame brings envy, and envy brings hate, and a coward's blade sealed the gunslinger's fate. A soul with a smile that betrayed. He watched him rise and swore he'd shine, not with truth but with blood and crime. He waited silent through the outlaw's night, struck not with honor but the absence of light. No bullet could break him, no fire could burn. He stood like a ghost at every turn. But fame brings envy, and envy brings gunslinger's fate. He drank alone neath the amber moon. A shadow moved, he felt it too soon. But pride is blind when the night feels still, and even legends can't outrun the kill. He didn't fall in the dust of a duel, but to a dagger in the dark, a bitter rule. And as his blood dried in the morning sun, the coward rose, in his hand a gun. He wore the name, but not the weight, a stolen crown, sealed by hate. He drew too slow. When the next man came, they left him cold without a claim. Coward's cry. She came from lace and Sunday prayers. He rode with dust and devil's airs. They met in secret, hands held tight. He left with promises and moonlit nights. Too rough for her world, too soft for his. They spoke in letters sealed with kiss. Her words said, run, I'll follow too. But fate had different plans to do. He pulled the trigger, took the stage, masked and cold with outlaw rage. The bag he tossed, he couldn't tell. It held her heart where her letter fell. She waited long, then bowed her head. Thought he'd moved on or wound up dead. He cursed her silence, felt betrayed, not knowing what that coach conveyed. He pulled the trigger, took the stage, masked and cold with outlaw rage. The bag he tossed, he couldn't tell. It held her heart where her letter fell. Now every fire burns too low. Each gunshot echoes what he'll never know. Her voice was close in ink and thread, but he rode past the words she said. So write with care and shoot with aim. You might be burning more
She heard the whispers down the road of a heist not far where no one spoke. A coach was hit, the mail was lost, and with it love had paid the cost. She knew the signs, it fit too well. The silence dust the way the driver fell. That night she lit a lamp and prayed, and wrote the words she should have said.
This time her letter reached his hands, carried not by fate but by a man. And when he read her trembling lines, he saw the truth he couldn't find. No more regret, no dreams impeached. She found him as her letter reached. She told him where to meet her soon, beneath the oak, beneath the moon, the place they swore when times were kind, to leave all evil and all that's been done behind. He saddled up with nothing more than what he lost and hoped to store. He told no soul, just rode that night toward the only thing still right. This time her letter reached his hands, carried not by fate but by a man. And when he read her trembling lines, he saw the truth he couldn't find. No more regret, no dreams impeached. The world changed as her letter reached. No fear, no doubt upon her face. They said no word, just touched and breathed, and left behind what couldn't heal. Her voice was real, not lost or breached, not trapped in bags or outlaw deeds. They took the path their hearts had sketched, two names reborn as her letter reached.
Thank you.
like a preacher's lie. Ash in my mouth, blood in the sky. Footsteps echo on a chapel floor, but God don't live here anymore. Left my name on a wanted sheet, buried my soul where the coyotes meet. A kiss from death on my weathered skin. I ride with ghosts and a bottle of sin. The devil ain't far, he rides real slow. Tracks my scent where the black winds blow. He don't knock, just slips through scars. A shadow in dust beneath cold stars. Yeah, I pray sometimes, but not too hard. 'Cause the devil ain't far. Barked by our moon, hanging sharp and low. Watch me trade mercy for a 6-gun show. My love is bones in a shallow grave, whispering truth that I couldn't save. Every man's got a cross to bear. Mine's wrapped in leather and a cold dead stare. Hell's just a town with a broken sign, and I'm sheriff, judge, and hanging line. The devil ain't far, he knows my name. He taught me how to play this game. Deals get made in the heat of war. One soul sold, then he asked for more. I laugh, I curse, I ride real hard. But the devil ain't far. Dust in my lungs, heart full of rain. I've sold my soul, can't sell it again. The wind howls like a lover's scorn. My soul's been bought, but it's worn and torn. Each step I take, the earth cracks wide. My sins are the price for a night to hide. The devil's got a taste for blood and bone, and I'm just another man left alone. Can't outrun what's stitched in your skin. Every scar a hymn for the life I've been in. He's in the whiskey, the wind, the flame. Every breath I take, he stakes his claim. So if you hear a bell in the dead of night, don't look back, don't strike no light. Some men fall somewhere, the scar. Me, I ride, and the devil ain't far. Dust in my teeth, sun in my eyes, right in the edge where a good man dies. Boots hit the dirt, trigger finger tight. Every damn day is a roll of the dice. Gunpowder lingers and the silence screams. This town's built on broken dreams. Cards on the table, nerves of steel. Out in the rest, only killers deal. Ashes and aces, bullets and lies. Living on luck under blood skies. One wrong step, you
gamble dealt by a stranger's hand. So I ride on with the smoke in my wake, a shadow of fate that you can't fake. One last card in a world gone cruel. I play till I burn, and then it's you. And it's you. So I ride on with the smoke in my wake, a shadow of fate that you can't fake.